All right, you guys. According to reports, Diddy fed over 200 inmates at the Fort Dix prison facility for Thanksgiving. Now, you guys, let's not wait for the middle or the end of this video. Let's come together as a collective like we typically do. I'm telling you, it's working. I need everybody to hit the like button at the same time, all right? What that does, that makes YouTube grab the content, the video that we're watching, that we're all engaging, that you should be engaging with, and then they recommend it to their audience. All right, which in turn results in more views and helps us to compete with the bigger channels because we're a smaller channel here, but we're growing exponentially. I promise you, we are God ordained affirmation warriors. Now, as I said, you guys, Diddy fed over 200 inmates. And when I'm saying over 200, meaning more than one building of inmates. All right, we're gonna go into TMZ reports, and they give us a little bit more detail as to what took place. But you can imagine, typically, being incarcerated, experiencing holidays, got to be something miserable. But fortunate enough for these inmates, Diddy was able to change the vibe, make it feel more at home. And this is according to what Diddy said. We're going to the article. Now, you guys, if this is your first time on this platform, I promise you this is a safe place. One of the most safest places, unbiased. You can say what you want here as long as you're not malicious. Comment section, whatever. If you're a reoccurring, subscribe to the channel if you're a first time. This is a safe place. But if you're a reoccurring viewer and you have not subscribed as of yet, you should be ashamed of yourself. Please take the opportunity now and subscribe to the channel. Now, as I said to you guys, we're going to go into this article of Diddy, and Diddy gets to speak. And we're gonna hit Diddy how Diddy felt and his reasons as to why he facilitated this event and made it Thanksgiving, brought Thanksgiving to the prison. Let's go in. There go your boy. Okay, you see, as it states at the top of the article, Diddy goes all out at as he treats Fort Dix inmates to special Thanksgiving meal. There is a strong brotherhood. So you see the narrative that they're saying, brotherhood. You already see the narrative. All right. Sean Diddy Combs organized a large Thanksgiving meal at the FCI Fort Dix with fellow inmates, bringing an unusual sense of community to the prison. The rapper revealed that the effort was meant to lift spirits during the holidays and praise the brotherhood he found inside the facility. However, Sean Diddy Combs' early weeks have been marked by allegations, and that he has consumed homemade alcohol and participated in prohibited three-way phone call. Diddy turns Fort Dix Thanksgiving into a heartwarming feast for inmates. All right, Sean Diddy Combs surprised his fellow inmates at Fort Dix with an unexpected warm Thanksgiving, transforming what was expected to be a grim holiday into something closer to comfort and community. Diddy, who began serving his 50-month sentence on October 30th for violating the Mann Act, partnered with the inmate-led group called Bankroll Bosses to prepare a special meal for the entire facility. According to the rep, who spoke to TMZ, the group pulled commissary funds to buy ingredients and spent 2 days cooking and assembling food for every housing unit, enough to feed roughly 200 inmates per building. B.I., a former gang member who helped coordinate the effort, said that they had to get creative to achieve the feat. Former gang leader reveals how he helped the music mogul plan the prison Thanksgiving feast. Now, the former gang leader who goes by B.I. explained that with no stove or microwave available, inmates improvised as best they could, even using their ID cards as makeshift knives. Still, they managed to prepare and distribute all the meals themselves. Now, typically prisons offer only minimal holiday meal like an In-N-Out service featuring turkey roast with trimmings, mashed potatoes, corn, and dessert. But inmates say the added effort from Diddy and his team brought a sense of care and togetherness that made the day feel different. Diddy opens up about the prison life and Thanksgiving effort. There's a strong brotherhood. All right, so you see the narrative that Diddy created, not even narrative, but this is what he was trying to cultivate, trying to make them feel like at home. In his words, formulate a brotherhood. Brotherhood. That part. Now, reflecting on the initiative, Diddy said he wanted to help lift spirits during a difficult time. Thanksgiving to me is about making. Now, this is your boy Diddy speaking. This is Diddy replying to what he did for his brothers. Reflecting on the initiative, Diddy said he wanted to help lift spirits during a difficult time. Now, this is Diddy, quote unquote. Thanksgiving to me is about making sure other people eat. He shared, per TMZ, everybody misses their family. People get depressed during the holidays. We just wanted to come together as a family and do our own thing. In which they said in their own words, the disgraced rapper also revealed that he is adjusting to life inside, finding unexpected solidarity. Now, this is also from Diddy. There's a lot of misinterpretation about prison, he said. There is a strong brotherhood. We all look out for each other. It's nothing but a positive thing. It's like a little bit of home in a dark place. However, Diddy early weeks at Fort Dix have not been without controversy. Shortly before the Thanksgiving effort on November 7th, reports alleged that he had been caught drinking homemade alcohol concoction, reportedly a fermented mix of Fanta soda, sugar, and apples during the first day at the facility. We'll talk about that. All right. According to reports, prison officials briefly considered relocating Diddy to a different unit after discovering the substance, but later decided against moving him. All right, man. Shout out, man. I think that's enough. Shout out to Diddy. First of all, you guys, like I stated before, all right, he was able to make this thing, make it feel like home. You don't know, some of these brothers is never coming home ever again. And you got a brother like the Diddy. First of all, we got to commend Diddy. We'll speak about the getting caught with the alcohol, the buck. We call that buck, the alcohol, the homemade alcohol they make in prison. He got caught the buck, the three-way phone call. We'll talk about that. Apparently, you can't make three-way phone calls in prison. Not prison, but federal facilities, according to them. But nonetheless, you guys see that Diddy was able to facilitate Thanksgiving for these gentlemen. Now, Diddy has been very impactful his whole prison stay. Every time a new report comes out, I don't know if Diddy has a publicist, if he's deliberately putting this information out, regardless or not, whether he's doing this deliberately, it's still impacting people's lives. Whether he's trying to create an image for himself, right? Create a persona. It doesn't matter. He's actually impacting people's lives. So these inmates are able to benefit being around a brother like Diddy. Diddy's a billionaire. Let's be clear. Diddy's a billionaire in prison. That part. Let's be clear. Sean Combs is a billionaire in prison. A billionaire brother, a black man. That's why I don't want to go too much into that rhetoric, right? Because I noticed that I don't want to get caught up and categorized as like I'm an activist and all I preach is this, da. We don't really do politics on this platform, right? But what Diddy's doing, obviously a lot of people are impacted. And there's brothers coming out of the prison facility that are they're giving their testimony as to how Diddy has impacted them. And with each testimony, it gives more and more credence to Diddy is definitely I think Diddy is balancing out the Libra scale right now. I don't know if you guys are aware of Diddy's accolades, what he's been doing since he's been incarcerated, right? Diddy, he's been helping people with their business acumen, giving people business advice, creating a business course, I'm hearing, right? Where individuals get the opportunity to be around a mogul, a true marketer. You're around, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. And the craziest thing is you got people in the streets that can't even get close to Diddy. These gentlemen are in prison and they're able to fraternize with Diddy and get this vital information, right? And obviously Diddy is opening his doors. Diddy opens his doors to these men. He's opening the door to these men. We got to commend Diddy. I think at this point, we can truly say that he has balanced. He has. I'm not gonna say he balanced out the Libra scale as in sin and wooty. That's God, and there's victims behind what he did. So I wouldn't. I don't want to be insensitive to them and make any assumptions, allegations, or whatever. But Diddy seemingly is balancing out the Libra scale. Very impactful. He has 4 years. You see, he's sentenced to 50. Let's be clear. Diddy is sentenced to, he has a 50-month sentence. He was sentenced on October 30th, right? And obviously, with each person that comes out, they're stating about their experience with Diddy, and nobody has made a bad statement thus far. I don't know if Diddy, I'm pretty sure Diddy has a PR team because they said during Diddy's trial, he had people that was speaking on his behalf, were trying to balance out the narrative that they were trying to paint of him with releasing the tapes and the beating on Cassie and stuff like that. So Diddy does play them type of games. But nonetheless, even if it's a game, people are benefiting from his game. So it's still to his contributions, to his credit, regardless of the fact. But it's amazing. Thanksgiving now, he's creating a camaraderie, a brotherhood. You know what I mean? I kind of like that. And then you see Diddy, you're gonna see Diddy with his gray hairs. You know what I mean? Diddy in the prison facility doing his thing. Let's get to the allegations. All right. Oh, and we're gonna talk about how creative they get in jail. This is something big I want to speak about, the creativity. Let's be clear, you guys, the talent is in prison. Prison, the ghetto, and prison has the most talent, hands down. You'll find the most talented individuals on planet, on God's green earth, the most talented individuals. Remember I told you, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Trust me, this is the most dangerous platform on God's green earth. Remember, I'm telling you. That part. In jail has the most talented people by far. You ever see niggas that's rapping in jail and they beating on their chest? That's a talent. They staying on beat. That's a 4 count. So when they rap, they land on beat. No matter what beat they come out to out here, no matter what producer, they can stay on beat because they achieved that by the 4 count. You have some of the most talented people beating on their chest in jail, can sing, rap, whatever. You got the best artists, people that draw in jail, hands down, raw. Niggas that can draw, hands down. The most talented people, the most talented rappers in jail, hands down. Diddy, they said they called Diddy drinking buck. All right. In jail, niggas make their own alcohol. They make their own alcohol. It's similar to moonshine, like how they make it in North Carolina, right? And you see what they said? You take apples, et cetera, like 3 different things: bread, apples, banana, pills, whatever, right? And they actually make they said the Fanta soda, and it fermentates, right? Anything that you put with no in a heated place in a corner, it begins to ferment, and that in turn creates alcohol. So they got alcohol in jail too. So apparently Diddy got caught drinking. Now, we know Diddy, I never knew Diddy had like a substance abuse issue until the trial. So apparently Diddy had to have something. Now you in prison. He's been locked up for a minute. When I was in jail, I was in the I'm not gonna say what facility, right? Because I hate when people say stuff and they expose the people that's still there, and they still using those means to survive. It's kind of like niggas that be telling like what niggas do in jail, like how they hide shit and how they maneuver through jail. Keep in mind, you out here, they still got to maneuver like that. So you ratting on them, right? But in jail, niggas is smoking. I ain't gonna say what facility, but I was smoking, hella smoking, right? So they have that. But they make their own liquor in jail. So apparently they caught the man drinking this liquor. Also, I didn't know that you couldn't have a 3-way call. Now that's ridiculous. When you're incarcerated, reaching out to people is the only thing that keeps you insane. You in a time lapse. You don't know what's going on out there in the streets. Let alone you people fighting cases, right? You don't necessarily have money on your books you don't have money on the phone to use it. So you might need somebody to give you a three-way call. There's a million different reasons why you would need the three-way call. So that's just really restricting or limiting you extremely, right? Which can be detrimental to your case, your family, whatever you got going on. It can hinder you. So apparently they caught Diddy using the three-way call. Now, there's a downside to three-way calls too, because they record the calls. So you could be doing some shit and what have you, and they saying, oh, you eluding them by using somebody else's and woo-de-woo. And you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure they got technology that can catch up and find out so-and-so. I don't know how it is right now with it, right? I'm just telling you in a nutshell, this is how it goes. So apparently Diddy, he's being they reprimanded him for that, whatever term you want to use. Nonetheless, you guys, Diddy's making a great situation. I think Diddy's making the best out of his prison, his time that he's gonna be in prison. Diddy, hands down, is making the best out of it, and he appears to be in good spirits. You know what I mean? Even with all the extra things that they trying to bring against him, even with them trying to transport him to another facility, apparently they didn't transfer him. All right, and shout out to Diddy Sean Combs. I mean, we still give a shout out to Diddy. Diddy ain't do nothing. I don't think Diddy did anything to be condemned. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Not necessarily condemned. Not condemned. I think he's serving his time. 4 years. Yeah, that's a lot. All right. L.O.T.S approved media. Don't shoot the messenger. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. All right. And on to the next video. Till next time. I'm out.